Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is our today's daily problem on LeetCode and the question is minimum size subarray sum. So basically we will see the question and we'll try to solve it. And let us read the question. Given an array of positive integer nums and positive integer target, return the minimal length of subarray whose sum is greater than or equal to target. So basically we are given with two things, like we have a vector or we have an array of positive numbers, nums, and we have another integer target. So basically what we have to do, we have to find the subarray of minimal length of subarray. So basically we have to find the minimum length of subarray whose sum is greater than or equal to target. So let us see the diagrammatic representation. You can see that this is our array of integer positive integers. So in this array we have to find the minimum subarray whose sum is greater than or equal to target. So basically you can see that the target here is 7. So basically we have to make the sum as 7. Okay, so basically what is the target here? Target is 7. So you can see that if we go on this window or if we choose this subarray, okay, the sum is going to be 7. Okay, and also you can see that if we choose this subarray, the sum is also going to be 7, or we can choose this subarray also, so that sum is greater than or equal to 7. So you can see that the sum of this element is 8, which is greater than or equal to 7. So you can see that it is greater than target. So this can also be our answer, but we have to minimize the length of subarray. So you can see that in this case the size of subarray is 4, and in this case you can see that the size of subarray is 3, and in this case you can see the size of subarray is 2. So basically we have the minimum of all this size is nothing but 2. So our answer is going to be nothing but 2. So in this case our answer is going to be 2. So basically we have to minimize the size of subarray, and then we have to return it. So basically this type of question can be solved using sliding windows problem, and I will show you how can we solve this question using sliding window. So what we do in sliding window, we have two pointers with us, like left and right. So I have denoted it with L and R. So basically we have two pointer with us, and what we will do, we will increase the R pointer, this second pointer, we will increase the second pointer whenever the sum is less than target. So basically we will have a variable with us. The variable can be sum. So we have a variable sum with us which is initially 0. So this sum is initially 0. So you can see that uh, if this pointer is on 0th index, so basically this is our 0th index, so this is our 0th index. Okay, so what will the sum be? What will be the sum? The sum will be 2. So here our sum is going to be 2. Okay, and if sum is less than target, what we will do, we will increase the value of R. So we will increase the value of R. So our new value of R is going to be 3. So what will be the sum of this subarray? The sum is going to be increased and it will be 2 plus 3. So sum is nothing but 2 plus 3. So 2 plus 3. So you can write 5 also. So the sum is nothing but 5. Okay. Now the sum is 5. Again it is less than target, and our target is nothing but 7. So it is again less than target. So what we will do? We will increase the value of R again. So R is again increased to our second index. Okay, and you can see that the sum is going to be 5 plus 1, which is nothing but 6. So again the size is less than target. So what we will do, we will increase the value of R. Okay, we will increase the value of R, and you can see that again we have sum as 6 plus 2, and the sum and the sum is nothing but greater than target. So our sum is at 8, and 8 is greater than our target 7. So this subarray can be our answer. Okay, so this subarray can be our answer. So the length of this subarray is, we will calculate the length of this subarray is r minus l plus 1. Okay, so length is nothing but r minus l plus 1. So for this case our length is nothing but r minus l plus 1, which is nothing but 3 minus 0 plus 1, that is 4. So we have length as 4. Okay, so when we get the sum greater than or equal to target, what we will do, we will try to minimize the size. So for this, what we will do, we will increase the value of l. So when we increase the value of l, what will happen, this 2, this index, this 2 is going to it will be reduced. Okay, so this much value will be reduced from our sum. So basically this is not in our subarray. So if this 2 is not in our subarray, the sum will be decreased with by this amount. So basically the our sum will be 8 minus 2. So basically our sum is going to be 8 minus 2. It is nothing but 6. So you can see that again it is less than target. So whenever it is less than target, what we are going to do, we will just increase the value of r. So we will increase the value of r, and again the sum will be 6 plus 4. It is nothing but 10. Again you can see that the value is greater than 7 or greater than target. So what we will do, we will again store our answer. So our answer for this, again we will store our length. So our length for this array is again going to be 4. So length is again going to be 4. So for this case also length is nothing but 4. So you can see that we have two length with us, this one and this one, and the minimum of both is nothing but 4. So currently our minimum length is nothing but 4. Okay, so I will write here currently our minimum length. So I will write here length. Okay, len. So our length is nothing but 4. This is our minimum length. Okay, we will update it when we will get any length less than 4. Okay, so this is our current scene, and when our sum is greater than or equal to target, what we will do, we will reduce the size. We will reduce the size of the subarray. So we will increase the value of l. So our l will be at second index, and you can see that, and L is at our second index. Okay, so you can see that the sum corresponding to this subarray, the sum corresponding to this subarray is also 7. So you can see that the sum is 7 and it is equal to target. So this can be our answer. Okay, so the length corresponding to this subarray is nothing but 3. So basically initially our length was 4, and now we got our length as 3. So the minimum length of both is 3. So our length will be 3. So I will write 3 here. Okay, and whenever we get our sum greater than or equal to, whenever our sum is greater than or equal to 7 or target, what we will do, we will reduce the value of this pointer. So basically I am going to reduce the value of L again, and now initially L was at second index, now I will increase it to the third index, and again you can see that the sum is going to be, and the sum of this part is going to be nothing but 6. Okay, so the sum is nothing but 6. Okay, so you can see that this sum is less than our target. So what we will do, we will increase the value of r again. So we will increase the value of r. So when we will increase the value of r, the sum will be increased. So the sum is going to be 6 plus 3. So it is what it is 9. So now again we got our sum which is greater than or equal to target. So what we will do, okay, so this case is also in our answer. So this length should be 3. Okay, so this length is 3. So again we will minimize the length, and the initially we were having minimum length as 3, and our current length is also 3. So the minimum of both is 3. So we will not update it. Our answer will be 3 up to this part. Okay, so what we will do, we will you can see that we got here sum as 9, which is greater than or equal to target. So what we will do, we will increase the value of this L so that we can check for less size window. Okay, so you can see that for this case our sum is also for this sub array. For this sub array our sum is again L. So what we are going to do here, 9 minus 2. Okay, so it is again, you can see that it is again 7. So for this sub array the size is 2. So the size is 2, which is less than the our initial minimum length. So what we will do, we will update our 3 with 2. Okay, so in this way you can see that how we have iterated, how we have used sliding window to find our answer. So our last and minimum length is going to be 2. So our answer is going to be 2. So in this way you can solve the question. So let us dive into the code and we'll see how to code this question. And for this I will first check that if the sum of all elements is, what if the sum of all element of this num is less than target. So if sum of all elements is less than target, so in this case the subarray, we will not get any subarray whose sum is greater than or equal to target. So in such case we have to return 0, because they have asked us if there is no such subarray, return 0. So we will first find out the sum of all elements. So I have sum all element with us. Okay, and I will get the sum of all element using this accumulate function, accumulate of nums dot begin comma nums dot end comma 0. And basically we have found the sum of all elements, and if this sum of all elements is less than target, okay, then for this case our answer is going to be 0. So we will return 0. So this was one of the case that we need to check. And otherwise what we will do, we will take two pointer L and R. So we will take two pointer L and R. L is equal to 0 and R is equal to 0. So basically both this pointer was initialized with 0, and we will take our sum as 0. So you have seen that our initial sum was 0, and int mini is equal to int max. Okay, so this integer will be our final answer. So this will be our final minimum length, okay, that we will return. Okay, so let us have another variable n, which is nothing but nums dot size, and we will perform a sliding window method here. So whenever r is less than n, what we will do, we will make two cases. If our sum is less than target, so in this case what we are going to do, in this case we will increase the size, increase the sum with nums of r, and we will increase the value of r. Okay, and else if we get the sum greater than or equal to target, what we will do, we will first store the value of that sub array. So for that sub array we will store the value, so we will minimize the value. So for this our mini will be updated. So mini is equal to mini comma minimum of mini comma L minus R. So what we have done here, we have updated our minimum size. So basically this L minus R is going to be our size. Okay, so you can see that what I am doing here, I am whenever the sum is less than target, I am increasing it. So you can see that in this case, or let us say I explain it again. So 2, 3, 1, 2, 4 and 3. So let us see in this case when our L was at 0 and R was at 4. So you can see that what we were doing. Okay, you can see that when it was the our R was on this second index. Okay, so you can see that the sum is nothing but sum is 6. So basically, if R is on second index, the sum is going to be 6. So in this case, what we are going to do, we will increase the value of R. So we will increase the value of R. Okay, so we have increased the value of R. Okay, and still our sum is nothing but 6. Okay, and our sum is nothing but 6, and we will now we are on R, so we will increase the value of our sum. So our sum will be 8. So and after that what we are doing, while we are increasing the sum, we are also increasing the value of R, and due to this reason the value of R will be again increased. So R will be going on the to fourth index. So basically what should be our answer? Our answer should be from 0th index to 3rd index, but R is pointing towards 4th index. So for this reason we will just uh, our size will be nothing but R minus L. So that's why I have written R minus L here. So you can take your time to see this how I have written L minus R instead of L minus R plus 1. So this is the reason behind that we are increasing the value of R when we increase the value of sum. So in this case when we were on fourth pointer, our when our R was on third index, so basically when we were on the third index, R was on third index, this is our R, and when it was on third index, our sum was nothing but our sum was 6, and when we were on this third index we increased our sum, and the sum will be 6 plus 2, and which is nothing but 8, and now we have increased the sum, and correspondingly we are increasing the value of R. So again R is going to be on next index, so basically our R will be shifting here. And when we check to other condition, that whether the sum is greater than or less than target, so in this case we will see that the sum is greater than target, and to get the size of our sub array we will use the this index and our L index. Okay, so this was our L and this is our current R. So basically what we will use, the sub array will be from L to R minus 1. So the sub array will be from L to R minus 1. This is because our R is actually increased to the next pointer. You can see that our R is increased to the next index. So basically we have to check for previous index. Okay, so basically this R is on our it is on our fourth index. So you can see that it is on our fourth index. So basically we have to take the sub array from 0 to 3. So we have to take the sub array from 0 to 3. So 3 is nothing but R minus 1. So that's why the size is nothing but R minus. So you can see that we have to check from the sub array should be from L to R minus 1. So basically our sub array is nothing but from L to R minus 1, and the size of this sub array is R minus 1 minus L plus 1. So 1 and 1 will be cancelled, so answer will be R minus L. So that's why I have written R minus L here. You can take your time, you can try to understand this part by yourself also, you will get it. Okay, so whenever what we have done, we have minimized our length, and what we will do, we will decrease the value of sum with L, and what we will do again, L plus plus. So that's what we have done here. Whenever our size is greater than equal to target, what we have done, we have minimized the size of that subarray, and what we have done, we have reduced the size by increasing the value of L. So we have increased the value of L and decreased the value of sum. Okay, so in this way we have done this part, and now our r is on our last index, or this while loop will break when our r is on n. So this will break, this while loop will break when we are when our r is on n, where r is equal to n. So basically, what does it mean? When our r reach the last pointer, last index, when our r reach the last index, this will going to end. So when we have r as our last index, so we need to check for less size. So we will try to decrease the size of our L. It can be understood better in better way, like 3, 2, 1 and 2, 4, 3. Okay, 2, 4, 3. So basically when our R is at the last index, so you can see that this is our R, and this is our L. So let us say this is our L. Okay, so you can see that this is L and this is R. You can see that the size of the subarray is nothing but 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 3, it is 10. Okay, so what we are going to do, we will decrease the value of this L. Okay, so we will decrease the value of L because we have reached the R, so we cannot move further. So we have to, and the loop will be automatically break. So we have to check further for less value of size of window or size of scenario. So for this we will going to reduce the size, increase the value of L, so that the size of subarray is going to reduce, and for each case we will see our answer that whether the sum is less than whether the sum is greater than target or not. So we have increased the value of L to the next index. Okay, and the target is nothing but, and the sum is nothing but 9. So you can see that the sum is nothing but 9. So we will again reduce this value, and this value will be again reduced. Okay, and for this value you can see that the sum is going to be 7. Okay, so this will be our minimum answer. So we have to reduce the size of window when we reach our last index. Okay, so for this what we will do, we will take a while loop, and while sum of nums of sum minus nums of L is greater than or equal to target, what we will do, we will just what we'll do, decrease the size of sum with nums of L, and then L plus plus, and after that what we will do, we will again minimize the size of our array. So it will be nothing but R minus L again, and then we will return our value. Okay, so let us see whether it works or not. Mm, so I got something wrong here. Okay, so it is R minus L here, not L minus R. So R minus L. Okay, and I don't think so any error will be there. So you can see all test cases are passing. Let us see for more cases. Yeah, so all cases are going to pass. Okay, so you can see that our runtime is 37, and it is beating 86% of people. Okay, so you can see that how our sliding window method is working here, and I am just take I just take a window, and if the size of this window and if the sum in this window or a sub array is greater than equal to 7 or greater than equal to target, what we will do, we will reduce the size of sub array, otherwise we will keep increasing the size of the sub array. So in this way you can see that how sliding window method is helpful for us. So talking about other method, so this was our first method, that is sliding window. This question can also be done using binary search. Okay, so let us see how binary search can be used to solve this question. So for this, what I am going to do, first of all, I will erase all these things. Okay, and binary search was easy part, and if you don't want to listen, uh, sorry, sliding window was easy part, and if you want to solve by sliding window, you can leave the video. And if you want to see binary search, how binary search can be used, you can see the video, you can continue the video. So basically in binary search, you can see that the size of window for these nums can be from 1 to the size of this array. Okay, so the length of sub array can be from 1 to 6 in this case. So you can see that the size of sub array can be 1, or the maximum value of the size of sub array is going to be 6. So we have two indices that L is equal to 1 and R is equal to 6 with us. Okay, which L means the minimum size of sub array. So L is equal to minimum size of minimum possible size of sub array, minimum possible size of sub array, which is nothing but 1, and R is maximum possible size of sub array, which is nothing but nums dot size. Okay, so we have two things with us, L and R. So you can do one thing now. You can do binary search. You can apply binary search for all possible length. Okay, so let us. I have a subarray of length 3. Okay, so basically am having a subarray of length 3, and I will check for this subarray. Okay, so for this subarray of for this length, our subarray can be this. Our subarray can be this also, and in this way, or we can have the subarray this also, or we can have our subarray as this also. So basically we have to check for each subarray, and in if we have a particular subarray in which the size of element is greater than or equal to target, then we can say that for this size, for the size 3, we can have our answer. So basically what we will do, we will apply binary search for all such possible sizes, and we will check that if for a particular size we have our answer or not. So if we have our answer, we will try to minimize the size, and otherwise we will check for more size. Like uh, if we have this as a size, so you can see that initially we have size of 3. Okay, so we are taking size 3 here, and I am just their size is 3. I am just going to increase the I will just move this sub array forward. So this is again our new sub array. So for our previous sub array, what was our size, what was our sum? The sum was nothing but 6. Okay, and for then we will move forward, and you can see that for this sub array our size is nothing but 5. Sorry, it is again 6. Okay, again we will move forward, and you can see that here the sum is going to be 7, and again we will move forward, and you can see that again the size sum is nothing but 9. So whenever the sum is greater than equal to target, what we will do, we will return true. So which means that for the size 3 we can have our answer. Okay, so let us check for, so we have our answer, we can have the size of 3, but we have to minimize our answer. So what we will do, so whenever our size is 3, whenever we got our answer, we will try to minimize it by binary search. So basically let us see for lesser size. So let us take the size as 2. So if the size is 2, okay, what happened, so if the size of window is 2, okay, so this can be our subarray, and for this subarray you can see that the sum is nothing but the sum is nothing but 5. Okay, sum is nothing but 5. So we will increase, we will move forward. The This will be our another sub array. The sum is nothing but 4. Again we will move forward, and the sum is going to be 3. Again we will move forward, the sum is going to be 6. And again we will move forward, the sum is going to be 7. So you can see that for 2 it is possible to have the sum less than, greater than or equal to target. So again we can move for lesser size. So for size 1, so you can see that for size 1 it is not possible to have a sum of 7 or more than that. So we will return our answer here. So let us write the code for the binary search. So basically we will have our two pointers of binary search, L and R, where L is equal to 1 and R is nothing but nums dot size. And we will have our answer as 0. Okay, which will be written further as our answer. Okay, so uh, get in binary search, what we will do, we will have a while loop in which L is less than equal to R, and in this while loop we will have an integer mid, which is nothing but L plus R minus L by 2. So we will check. So what is the meaning of this mid? So mid means the size of sub array. So this is the size of sub array, and what we will do, we will check whether for this size we can have our sub array with sum greater than or equal to target or not. Okay, so this condition will be checked. So to check this condition, I am going to make a boolean function. So bool check, and the parameter that will be passed here is nothing but int target, vector of int and nums, and again our mid. So basically what we will do, uh, we will have the first, what we will do, we will have the sum of first mid numbers of target. So basically let's have a sum of all elements from 0 to mid minus 1. So we will have the sum here. Okay, so for this also we have a two pointer with us, L is equal to 0 and R is equal to mid. Okay, and int sum is equal to 0. So basically I am going to take sum of first mid numbers. Okay, and the sum will be increased. Okay, so if this sum is greater than or equal to target, what we will do, we will just return true, and otherwise we will move the window forward in forward way. So just I have shown you that if uh, we have the sum this. Okay, and if it is less than target, what we will do, we will increase the we will move this window forward, and we will what basically what we are doing, initially L is equal to 0 and R is equal to mid. So let us say mid is nothing but 2. So in L was this, and mid is nothing but this. So R is this. Okay, so whenever we are increasing this window, we are moving this window forward. What are we doing? Basically we are increasing the value of L and R. So basically we are increasing the value of L and R. So L will be increased and R will be also increased. So I have increased L and I have increased R also. So basically what we will do, whenever and up to what point we have to move this window, up to what point, when this last our R is less than nums dot size. So while R is less than nums dot size, we will move up to that point. Okay, and what we'll do, we will increase the value of sum uh, with nums of r, and we will decrease it by the value sum of nums of l. Okay, and if this sum is greater than or equal to target, what we will do, we will just return the value as true because we got our answer. We will not move further, and otherwise what we will do, we will return the value of false. Okay, so also what we have to do here, we have to increase the value of L and R here also. Okay, so L plus plus and R plus plus. So this is our boolean function which will check that whether we have a whether whether we have whether we have our answer for particular size or not. So this function will help us to know that if we have our subarray of some such size, such sum which is greater than or equal to target or not. So if it is available, we will return true, otherwise we will return false. So again, come back to the binary search. So if check of what I have written here, target and nums and mid, if it is like that, what we will do, we will basically increase we have to first store our answer. So answer is nothing but mid, and what we will do, we will decrease the size of sub array. We will check for lesser size. So for this we will decrease the value of r to mid minus 1, otherwise we will increase the value of l to mid plus 1, and after that what we will do, we will return our answer. So let us check whether this code works or not. So yeah, you can see that our code is working. Let us see for further cases. So yeah, all cases are passing, and you can see that how binary search is going to be used in this question. Like we have created a boolean function which can check, which will check for the particular size mid whether we have a subarray whose sum is greater than or equal to target or not. So I have written here, we will check for the size. We can have a subarray with sum greater than or equal to target or not. So if this value is returning true, if this value is returning true, so which means we have a sub array with this particular size, and otherwise whose sum is greater than equal to target, or otherwise we will return false. So if we have a sub array corresponding to such size, what we will do, we will first store our answer, otherwise, and what we will do, we will check for lesser size. So for this I reduce the value of r to mid minus 1, and otherwise if we didn't get our answer, what we will do, we will just increase the value of r to mid plus 1 to check for more sizes. So in this way you can see that how two method, this is binary search and this one was sliding window. So you can see that both methods are used here, and talking about time complexities for the both methods, you can see that the time complexity, the runtime for the sliding window is less than the runtime of this binary search. This is because of the fact that for our sliding window approach, the time complexity was order of n. So I'm going to write here, uh, so time complexities. So for the first method, what was the first method? Sliding window. So for sliding window, our time complexity was order of n, and for our binary search, the time complexity was n log n. So you can see that this is the reason why the runtime of our sliding window was less as compared to the runtime of binary search. And talking about this complexity, so basically you can see that it is of order of 1 for both case. This is because we are not storing our we are just going in constant space memory. We are not storing the value in any array or any vector or any map. So due to this reason, our space memory is constant, and so space complexity is order 1. So I hope you like my video, and I will share solution in a solution link in description. You can see it from there also. And if you can, I think I have explained this code very well. I have explained the question in a good way. And if you like my solution, you can like my video also, and you can subscribe my channel for all such videos. And if you have any kind of doubt, you can share it with me in your comment section. Okay, thank you.